Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Acosta here, aka Jenabro95, coming at you guys with a current day Seattle Seahawks lineup gameplay. We got two cards I want to showcase to you. First we're going to talk about the Tariq Woolen MCS player, because quite honestly, I was supposed to do a gameplay with this on Friday, but it never happened because my Twitch stream just did not save. But Tariq Woolen, I will showcase him real quick in case you guys didn't see him on my lineup update. 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 man, and zone, 97 hit power. My opinion, one of the best defensive backs in the entire game. I don't really think it matters where you put him, be it user or deep safety or corner. I think he's just fantastic all around. One of the best DBs I have probably ever used. I love this Tariq Woolen very much. His 74 block shed does suck, but my counter argument to that would be just don't even use her. Just don't put him in the box. Literally put him at corner or put him at free safety. Like, just literally don't have him at, like, user. You know, it is what it is with that. I will say, though, the biggest disappointment I had with this card is the ability setup. Now, he does get free pick artist, which is nice. Mid-zone for 1 AP and flat and deep route KO for 1 AP. But in the second ability bucket is where he does get his flat zone and his deep out, which does suck, because I was really hoping I could get all three. Pick artist, flat zone, and deep out for 2 AP. But it is not to be. And also, of course, for the secondary positions, he does get cornerback and strong safety. Now, I do love this Tariq Woolen, but the same cannot be said for this Geno Smith card. I am very disappointed in this Geno Smith. I did not like this card whatsoever. He has really good stats, though, don't get me wrong, with 96 speed, 97 throw power, 98 throw under pressure, really good. However, this Geno Smith sucks for a multitude of reasons, and I'm honestly I'm very upset with how this card ended up being. Number one is the fact he does not get a third discounted bucket, which is absolutely ridiculous to me, because we have 97s in the game right now. Hell, even Legend 96s have 3 buckets with discounted abilities. Why the fuck can we not get that with the 97 overall NFL honors cards? I refuse to fucking guess. But needless to say, I am very mad about that. Number 2 is his setup for the 2 buckets you do get. You can't get Gunslinger and Pass Lead Elite at the same time. Well, you can, but then you would lose things like Hot Route Master, which I feel is very important. You would lose things like Fearless, potentially, which is very important. And you would even lose out on potentially Free Conductor, even though that ability is straight up fucking useless, which is another problem I have with this card. His free ability is literally useless. They should have just given it Gunslinger for free, and it would have been fine. But then the problem again arises where you don't have the ability to get Hot Route Master and Pass Lead Elite at the same time. You know, because if we're comparing him to, like, Russell Wilson, for example, who's the other Seahawks team quarterback, I'd take that Russell all day over this Geno Smith because of just how straight up terrible his buckets are. Lastly is his release. Because of the fact that it's generic 2 or generic 3, one or the other, you need to have Gunslinger on it. I said that with my Russell Wilson gameplay, or if I did not, I did have said it on a YouTube video, that you absolutely need to be using Gunslinger on a Gen 3 quarterback this year, because otherwise there's going to be times where he's sitting there trying to do a fucking shot put in the Olympic Games, and he's like, you know? Like, it's just taking forever for the fucking ball to get out. And so therefore, I hate this card. I hate this Geno Smith. I'm definitely going to be selling him off here really soon, as I just don't think he's worth holding on to. When he gets a Redux, if he's like maybe 250k, I'll probably pick him up and do some more current day Seahawks team content. But until then, I cannot use this Geno Smith. I absolutely despise this and detest this card. But with that being said, enjoy the gameplay. Alright, as we get into the gameplay, my opponent's top 3 is Rob Gronkowski, CJ GJ, and the Gravedigger. So I guess it was an Eagles team. And then for myself, we got Gronk, Geno, and Tariq. So first possession, we actually starting off on defense. I believe this actually is an Eagles team. I didn't realize it until I'm recording this video. But yeah, he has like Gronk with ×2 Eagles cam. He also had CJ Gardner-Johnson, and then Miles Sanders. Does not have Jalen Hurts, which I find very interesting. As obviously, you know, Jalen Hurts, you know, is really good. I actually think that Jalen Hurts was a really good card. But here, 3rd and 1, we get the inside shed there with Shelby Harris, who was playing my defensive tackle on my nickel package. So 3rd and 1 coming up here after that. Now, obviously, you know, definitely want to get a stop early, as that does, set the tone for the game. He does flip his trips. I try to flip and match over with him just to make sure that I'm playing cover 6 to cover 4 to the play side. I kind of blow this and don't see Miles Sanders open until after he throws the ball. He actually does get a little bit sticky and makes me miss, so good stuff by him on that. But he does get out of bounds and force us to gets back into the huddle for another 1st and 10. He hits Gronk underneath on the drag. We do a nice little cut stick there with Metcalf, who I hope to get a golden ticket of. I hope somebody decides to make a golden ticket of DK, as he does go to Williams on the out route out of Flood, I believe is what that one was. Yeah, I believe it was Flood with an out route instead of corner. So right here, you're motioning over. I believe that's Sanders. I'm not certain. Like Deion Sanders, as he does actually you actually do get the stop there. Now, I actually don't know if this is a full-on Eagles theme team. Williams, who is Williams on the Eagles theme team? I actually have no clue who Williams is. I'm probably drawing a bit of a blank here, but 2nd and 5, he finds Sanders underneath. He's not able to turn the corner and get more yards. So 3rd and inches here, as he does find the route there too. I believe that's Herman Moore. So maybe it's like a 25 or 40 Eagles theme team. I don't know, but he did have Eagles chem, so I'm going to assume that it is an Eagles theme team of some kind. So 1st and goal from the 7 here. He's draining the clock all the way down. You see Jamal Adams comes up from his safety spot, and he does make the tackle for a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and 4, definitely going back to the no huddle. That seems to be the favorite for a lot of people in this game nowadays. But then again, when is it not? Which is the no huddle. So 2nd and goal here. We do spread our linebackers a little bit. We do crash the line over to the right side. And I believe on this play, as we move Wagner over, he actually does find space in the middle and does get to the running back to get a tackle for loss to bring up a 3rd and 6. We go to a 3rd and goal from the 6. We go to a man coverage here. He actually does not find anybody open, gets it incomplete, and he's actually forced to take his 3, which ultimately he does. So we are on offense finally with Geno Smith. Now, by this point in the game, by this point in the stream, I've actually played with this Geno Smith card a few times. Honestly, as to be completely honest, I was trying to find many games. What was crazy is today I only actually matched up with this dude. It was either this dude or somebody else that I played today. So, and I already beat when I was playing this game, I had already beaten this dude once as we find Lockett on the quick verts. We do get to pick up the 1st down on a gain of 21. Hopefully soon Lockett gets a new card, because I didn't talk about this in the intro, as we do try to scramble with Geno, but we just throw the ball away. But I didn't talk about this in the intro. But in order for me to make the current Seahawks theme team, current day Seahawks theme team work, in order for me to actually use Geno, I need to get for a couple of things. First off, I need to get Geno Smith with set feet lead, hot route master, and gunslinger. As right here, we do get D-line picked by Gravedigger. Oh my god, that's just so frustrating. Remember when they said D-line picks were patched? Yep, that's just not true. I can't stand fucking D-line picks. They're just so fluky. It's ridiculous. Lots of fluke, in this game. I hate fluke. Losing by, I can understand losing to the better player and getting beat badly by a better opponent, because ultimately they're just better. They just know what they're doing. But losing by fluke or getting fucked over because of things out of your control or because of certain other aspects of the game, that just irritates me. Is right here, I believe Shelby Harris comes in and he does get the hit. So 3rd and 4 coming up on this play here. Definitely want to try and limit us the points. Now, for some reason, we don't actually tackle him there. I don't know what the fuck happened on that, but we don't get the tackle, so he ends up converting on 1st down. He does go to Miles Sanders out of the backfield and gets the 2nd and 1, calls timeout. So, anyways, as I was saying about Geno, I definitely need to have set feet lead, hot route master, and a gunslinger on Geno for me to use him on the current day Hawks theme team. And in order for me to do that, I actually need to have Tyler Lockett with short and elite for free. Now, I can put in Anquan Bolden if I really wanted to and make it work that way. However, I really want this lineup specifically to be current day players. Now, I do have some fillers, as we see here. Now we're in the 3rd quarter. I do have a couple of some fillers on that, mainly just because of the offensive line. But for the most part, I don't want to use like other Seahawks that aren't playing on the roster right now. As 1st and 10 here, we just throw it up to the corner route. Carmichael does pick it, but he does get out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 here, we start to adjust a little bit. We start making a little bit of changes to our game plan on offense. Definitely looking to, get more, stop routes like curls and, maybe some outside breaking routes, just targeting the outside as he is playing a lot of one-on-one on the outside. So those curl routes are definitely going to be very important for the team. As right here, we go to Lockett in the flats and he does take it 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 here coming up. I try to get this to K9, see if he can get some yardage. There is a hole, however, it does get, swallowed up pretty fast. And we do end up getting a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, I'm thinking I have a feeling he's going to look to be looking for the run. So I do ultimately call a pass play and get Lockett and Metcalf on curl routes. And we find Lockett over the middle on one of those curls for a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, once again, another curl route to DK. Again, like I was saying, he was playing a lot of one-on-one on the outside. I believe he may have been playing a lot of quarters coverage, which, in my opinion, is actually really, really good for this, as we find Tyler Lockett, Marquise Goodwin on the crossing route, on the shallow cross. Right here, we go to a nice inside base zone with K9. Does get blown up in the backfield, so sadly, we have to go to a 3rd down. Now, right here, we call a stick concept, find Gronk wide open over the on the sideline, and he actually does break it in for a decently, I think it was like a 20-plus yard touchdown. So we take the lead, 7-3. Now, he calls Hail Mary on this play, on this drive. Like, and I know for a fact it wasn't by accident because, well, obviously, nobody accidentally calls Hail Mary because, they don't actually, like, even at the game, like, you get what I'm trying to say, but... so he's calling some Hail Mary here. I don't know why, but I mean, hey, whatever. It's funny. I think it's hilarious. So 1st and 10 after that conversion, as we're now in the final quarter of the game. So looking to try and get a stop here. Kobe Bryant gives up that drag route to Gronk, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I do need to get like a short and elite for free. Now I'm hoping we do get a Lockett soon. That is probably the biggest card I want now is a Tyler Lockett with free short and elite. As you see right there, Tariq Woolen comes away with the interception. Unfortunately, he trips over, I believe that's Jamal. I think that's Josh Jones. Not certain. We do go K9 for the inside zone. We don't get really much out of it. So 2nd and 10 here. Trying to, just find a soft spot underneath. We do take K9. For some reason, though, even though he's on the ground, he does get up and make the tackle. Now, 3rd and 10 here. I try to just throw this up, but Geno does take a hit, which thankfully I am glad I did because that would have been an interception if I did. And I ultimately just decide to pump the ball as... You know what? I'm not going to give him a chance to take the win right on my own whatever yard. I think it was like 20-some-odd yard line. I'm just going to make him work for it. So 2nd and inches, again, no huddle. He's definitely audibling around. The typical nerd shit, yada, yada, yada. The guys that, take this game way too serious. They just, audible around and whatnot. They just, try to do whatever the fuck. I don't know, man. These type of players that just take the game way too fucking serious. But ultimately, though, he is in the 2-minute warning, so he does take the snap here. Does find a nice cutback with Miles Sanders, but Shelby Harris is there to make that tackle in the backfield, which brings us up to a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2 from the 28. Absolutely need a stop here. It's very vital that I get this stop because, I really don't want to put it into the hands of Geno Smith to try and win the game. Ultimately, just because of the fact of how this game is with how Geno is. He does get a false start, so that actually forces him to go to a 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 coming up, he tries to throw he throws the in route to Gronk. Wagner, or I believe that was Wagner, doesn't react to it quick enough, which I know he's not of the current day Seahawks, but I do need to have Wagner in the lineup as Jordan Brooks just does not have a usable card, unfortunately. So 4th and inches here, we're calling cover 0. Definitely looking to overload one side. He does find Herman Moore, but Quandre does make the play of the game and knocks the ball out, saving what would have been a conversion for a 1st down. Now, obviously, never know what could have happened. He probably would have choked it, going down the field. And, I mean, who knows? It is what it is. But right here, as you see, we're just going to try and milk the clock here, trying to get 1st down yardage here. We do go to try to just put the ball in the K9's hands. We do get a little bit of a nice cutback there. Do get some yards. So we got 8 on that play. So 2nd and 2. You guys are seeing the play calling because this is actually like the final stretch of the game. And this is where I'm going to be doing my like outro and whatnot. But 2nd and 2 here, we just go to an outside run. We do find the nice little gap there with K9, get the first down, an absolutely huge gain, and we picked up 14 yards. And that was basically the end of the game. Even though he does have 1 timeout left, we basically have this game on lock. We could just take a couple kneels. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button below and subscribe if you guys are new. Yeah, Geno definitely was a disappointment for me. I just did not like this card whatsoever. I would have to say that if you are looking to choose between Russell and Geno, take Russell. Just don't even think about it. Just take him. But as I was saying, that's the end of the game. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.